What's going on, everybody? ImaSnipah here again, and I just wanted to show off the new PvP arena that I just finished with help from a few people, and I'm pretty proud of it. It's my baby. I worked 18 hours, I think, on the whole thing, including plug-in work and the map design and just stuff like that, and man, it is worth it. It is so much fun, and it's more than just flagging the region so PvP is allowed. It's a full PvP plug-in with teams, capture the flag, live score, and then there's a reward at the end, so it gives people a reason to play it more than just for slaughter, but that's always fun too. So yeah, let's get started. So when you first walk up to it, you're going to notice that there's no barriers around the podiums. That's because this plugin's extremely smart, and they have this feature where you walk up to it and oh shit, it spawns glass in front of you. And this happens around the whole arena, and it only puts glass where there's air. It's not going to like override any of the blocks. And so if I wanted to come up here and jump into it, it'll spawn it there. And I think that's a great feature because it lets people watch the game without having to have an annoying fence in your way. Because when I originally there were fences here, and it was just stupid to look at. And so now people can walk up and watch the game and do stuff like that. But then you may be wondering, well, what if someone compasses inside? Well, I'll show you. You click and it'll just teleport you to the gate, the entrance gate. And so this is located right next to the PvP arena. If you go in reverse here, there's a PvP arena. Here's PvP Arena Junior. And you have a little lift right here, and what that does is it takes you down here into the entrance. And what this is it's a gate, and it's multicolored, so don't be racist. And what this does is it's a auto assign gate, and that's why it's multicolored, and there's not like a red one and a blue one. That way, if a bunch of people want to get a game started, The teams will be as even as possible, and they're not like 5 people on red and one person on blue. And so when you walk into that, it'll spawn you on a team, and I got chosen for red. Now this sign right here just updated, and it updates throughout the game. I don't know how they did that, but it does, and it's pretty cool. So now that I joined, it'll say Team Red, 1 out of 7 players, 0 out of 3 points, and 10 out of 10 lives left. So what that basically means is when you cap a flag or you get the enemy's deaths down to 0, you get a point. And the first team to 3, which is a pretty good number, it's like 10-15 minute match, I think, at most, usually. And when you get to 3, that's when the reward happens, and that depends on how quick you did it, I think, and how many lives you had. It's all calculated out. It's pretty cool. So when you spawn in this base, there's a couple things I wanted to show you. You have a couple ways to get out. You have these one-way doors that let you out and keep bad guys out. And there's 2 of those on each side, and both of those lead either to the bridge or to the sniper tower. And then you have this, and it looks like you could walk through, but because of Minecraft, the basis of Minecraft, you can't walk through that because those are technically blocks. But what this is it's a gate, and you can open it up and let your teammates back in, and flip it again, and then close it. So that way you can get your guys back up here if you're, say, defending your flag, which is located right there. And that's just a great way to get back in. Now, if you're being spawn camped, which is very difficult to do, trust me. I mean, this right here is protected. You have this whole one-way system. You have the gate. But if you're like getting spawn protected up the ass, you can flip this switch right here, which is like an emergency defense switch. What that'll do is it'll turn on a ring of fire around your base, and this happens on both sides. You can see the netherrack over there, and it may seem kind of pointless because you can walk up and do this, just click it and you can walk through. But man, when you're jumping around with the flag or trying to dodge arrows, you get burned. And that's one of the main reasons there's water here, is for the lava and for this. Yeah, it's a nifty feature because you can turn it on when you need it and turn it off when you don't. So one of the more interesting things about the map is this big lava river that goes straight across the middle of the map, with a volcano in the middle. Because what happens is when you spawn, you have to figure out a way to get across. When you first come out of your base, you have a couple options. One, you can hop over the volcano. I built it so that it's possible, but what makes it difficult is with soul sand, you only get half of the space you normally would to get across. If you had, like, say, a stone block here, you could walk across the whole stone block and not get burned. But whatever it is about soul sand, when you're halfway across, it'll start burning you, and so it makes it really difficult to get across. So you have to time your jump so that you make it over that. And then you can hop up here and then hop across, make sure not to hit that river, and then jump back over, and you're on the other side. But also, when you first spawn, there's 2 bridges on the map. Each one of them is not accessible. Like, say you're on blue, this close one right here is not accessible to you. And say you're on red, that one right there is not accessible to you. But it is the other way around. So you have to walk all the way across and then flip it, and you can get across. And so that's the other way to get across. And so you basically have to plan that out, and you get burned a lot. People think that they're parkour masters, and they just hop across and get burned, and then have to rush to the waterfall, and then get owned by bow and arrow because you can't move fast. And so that's kind of funny. And then so yeah, the lava just gives an interesting mechanic to the map, because it kind of makes you feel a little bit more vulnerable when you're moving the flag across. Because in theory, you could just pick up the flag. This is the flag right here, and I can't take it because there's no one else on the team. In theory, you can just pick up the flag and then hop across straight to the other side. Well, you have this lava to worry about, and then you have people shooting arrows or swords at you, and so that keeps things interesting. And then the next thing I wanted to talk about are these little courtyard sniper tower things, and there's two of them on each side. Like I said earlier, this waterfall, or not waterfall, this fountain here is meant to relieve you of your burning. And so, yeah, that's why that's there. And then you have the sniper tower right here. And these were designed specifically for snipers, bow and arrows. And what this does is it gives you full access to the flag right there. And then their spawn. So say they're coming out of their spawn, you can just rain some arrows on them. And so that's what these were made for. And they have little slabs so you can easily get up, shoot, get back down if they're shooting back. And that way you don't have to jump up, fall down, jump up. And so that's what that's about. And like I showed you earlier, these are the flags. When you break off a flag, it'll clear your inventory. Think of it as Halo 3 when you got a flag and that was the only thing you were carrying and all you could do is like hit people with it. It's the same deal. And you have to run it back, and then once you make it to your team's little obsidian zone, like just right here, it'll cap it for you and respawn you, and you get a point. And also, as I said earlier, if you get all of the enemy team's lives to 0, it'll give you a point. And if each time you get a point through the getting their lives to 0, it'll go ahead and reset the map as if it was like a round, like Call of Duty style rounds. So you kill all of them, and then it just starts a new round. The game's still going. And yeah, that's about it for the PvP arena. I'm really proud of it, and come play.